Hey, we got a game. Okay. Gonna do the same thing as last time where I just kind of talk through my moves. Against d4, I like to play my knight here. Yeah, I'm only rated around 1700, I believe. But, you know, maybe somebody who's rated around like 12 or 1300 can find this video instructive, hopefully. Okay. I'm not used to seeing that move. I think normally people go for either this or like a London. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? This might be a situation where I just kind of want to play symmetrically, because playing that doesn't seem to really make sense. Just loses a pawn. This, I mean, it fights to control this square, but even then, if we go down that line, white is ending up with a queen in the center. So I think I just want to, you know, occupy this square with a pawn. Okay, and I'm guessing that was probably a good idea because white is immediately challenging the pawn that I just put there. If I played this supporting the pawn, then there's this kicking my knight away. Seems a little bit uncomfortable because, you know, if my knight goes here, it could get kicked around some more. It's not like I would be threatening to recapture here because this pawn could always take the knight. So I don't really like the idea of that. So I think I do have to take here and just kind of allow white to play this if they so choose. Maybe they don't. Okay, white's playing in more of like a gambity style. They want quick development. So do I take this pawn and allow them to develop their knight? I mean, let's go for it. This is going to be probably sketchy, but we'll see how defensively I can play. Maybe bishop here, just kind of preventing white from continuing to develop super actively. White has a nice lead in development, nice central control. We've really only got this knight. There's also this move, just trying to, you know, put my bishop somewhere and get castled as quick as possible, get my king out of the center. But before I play this move, I think I do want to develop the bishop, and I think the best way for me to develop the bishop is to kind of restrict this knight, immobilize it temporarily. White can always play this, but again, I'm not super unhappy with that. Now if I take here, there's queen takes, attacking this pawn. So I could do this, or I could do this, but then that, you know, takes, knight c6, pawn d5, attacking my knight. And that pawn would be defended twice and attacked twice. Could put a knight right here, but it gets kicked. And if it comes back here after getting kicked, like that just seems, you know, damaging this structure, getting the bishop pair. I mean, I just don't think my knight ever wants to do this type of thing that I'm looking at there. So maybe just taking and playing this. Could move back and do something like that if white wants to go for that. I mean, I don't mind white kind of weakening their king side. Let's see, here. I don't know, this is another case where I'm just taking way too long in the opening. I think I just want to, okay, let me look at this one more time. Takes here, pawn pushes. This would be attacked, the pawn, if pushes, would be guarded by the knight and the queen, and it would be attacked by this pawn that I would have put here, this knight and this queen. So I don't think that pawn push is something white would want to do. Of course, if I put a knight here, I'm going to have to put a knight here. Would I rather develop my knight here? Spending a lot more time than I want to right there. We'll do this. Now, if pushes, takes, I think I'm happy with that, so I don't have to worry about pushing. Also, this pawn serves to prevent this knight from coming in here, like if white wanted to play his bishop here, with the idea of attacking that square. Okay, so I think this is a good sign. White not, playing super actively. Looks like they're maybe going for more of a solid thing. So let's work on getting castled. Plan is to put the bishop here, here, or here, and castle. Where does the bishop go? If it goes here, I mean, white's prepared to castle in either direction. And I think it's pretty clear that I'm only going to be castling in one direction. I could also look at like a move like this, attacking this, maybe encouraging white to castle queenside to defend this pawn. If I put my queen here, there's also that. Queen here, knight back. Not sure that that's accomplishing a whole lot. I guess right here it feels like it could maybe be a little bit loose. But I mean, this also feels kind of good. There's no threat of like ever a pawn forking me here, unless this pawn somehow gets there. So yeah, I'm really not sure here. I mean, I should just play a move and learn from my mistake if there happens to be one. I don't think... I mean, if I play here, does this come with the threat of capturing, captures, kind of messing up white's pawns? Here, pushes, captures. I think here might be, like I said, I guess if I play here, pawn here, I could take, and then basically white is wanting to capture or castle this way. Or I could play here, making white want to capture this way, castle, this way, so that this pawn is defended. I'm probably thinking about this like way too in detail. And I'm also afraid that I'm gonna like play this and then just immediately have regrets. I mean, okay, wait. What if I play here and then bishop here? Then I just end up going back, right? Eventually. So maybe I play it here. I just need to make a move. I spent way too much time trying to figure out how should I develop. I really just need to develop, probably. Okay, so we'll castle as well. There's definitely pressure on f7 indirectly. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this is scary. I mean, bishop's looking at me this way. There's probably an idea to go here, causing me to have to push, and then white can win my rook. I mean, it's definitely scary. Could move the rook so that this can be met. Could also swing my king over to here so that this is not a move because takes. Actually, I kind of like that idea because then maybe I could eventually someday put a rook right here. You know, it feels like my king side is going to get attacked in one way or another. I'll probably eventually end up losing some pawn, and maybe this file will someday open. I don't know. White also may have ideas of getting their knight over here or doubling up. Could just attack the queen. Offer a trade of bishops. Because if I attack the queen, white doesn't really have time to play this. If I attack the queen, white could go here, threatening to take and play checkmate. Here, here. What to do? This is scary. Already not a huge fan of this position. Yeah, I don't know. This feels super shaky. This might just be an example of like how not to play chess. I kind of have to do this, maybe, don't I? I could just do this. Yeah, right now the threat is takes. Because my knight is the only defender of this square. I could push this so that, you know, in the event of takes, there's no checkmate threat and I could just take back. But then if I push this, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, feels like I'm probably getting mated there. So pushing this is probably not what I want to do. Probably playing this is one of the better options. I mean, it weakens f6 a lot. Like if I play this, white plays here. I could maybe play there. Yeah, let's go for it. White might just go straight for the double up, but the nice thing is if I move this knight anywhere, oh no. Okay. I feel like I'm just getting super squeezed because now I can't move this. I should have seen that. I mean, I did see it, but I didn't really think about the implication of this move. Maybe here is the only thing I can do, and it just feels like I'm getting squeezed so hard. So down on time. Wasted so much freaking time to put my bishop here, which at this point, I mean, it's kind of good that it's supporting this square. I think I made a decent decision there. But yeah, I mean, this knight here, this is just, I mean, yeah, okay, takes. This is just like getting absolutely demolished, it feels like. And I can move my knight here. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be like takes. But maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. I mean, he wins a knight, I win a knight. He wins another knight, I win a bishop. He wins a queen, or he wins a bishop, I win a queen. No, he's up a piece in that exchange. Duh. Oh, my brain's not working today. Okay, king here. King here. Only move to defend this again. This is so sketchy. I'm not used to, I mean, I just don't like positions where I'm forced to play defensive move, because now white just has all the time in the world to do like this sort of deal. Oh yeah. Okay. Can I resign this? Is this resignable? If I take here, takes. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had sensed the danger. This has got to be some sort of opening mistake that I made somewhere. It feels like, because white is just crushing me so bad in the, like, straight out of the opening, I'm getting crushed. And now I'm just tanking because I don't know what to do. If I take here, takes. Seems to be... Yeah, because I need to keep 3 defenders. Or I guess I only need to keep 2 defenders. I could recapture here. No, I do need to keep 3 defenders. There's 1, 2, 3 attackers on this knight. And I need all 3 of these defending the knight, so... A very rough game so far. I don't know. I guess like there's compensation. I have a knight and a pawn for a rook. Maybe this move was the problem, because I weakened this way too much. Go back, take a look at that. Yeah, it seems like all my problems began with that move. Maybe, I mean, it could be already like way in white's favor here, but if not that move, kind of blunting this bishop, then what else? I see this. Oh, probably this. That way, if rook takes, knight takes. Damn. Yeah, that was definitely... I just needed to get a knight here sooner, probably. Yeah, if I play knight here, then there is no more rook takes threatening mate type deal. So I guess the lesson there is just, you know, when you identify a threat, look for the least weakening way to deal with the threat, I guess, because this was a very weakening move. But I will continue fighting. I mean, white has a lot of time to continue improving by, like, putting rooks here. Maybe white is thinking about how to make this work. Threatening a checkmate here. Say white puts their knight there. Would currently be defended, but then there is, you know, that sort of trouble. If white gives me the opportunity, I probably want to take that, just to prevent it from coming here. Like if white plays here, then capture the knight. Okay, so instead of playing here, this move is probably a little bit better because it prepares to double, but it also prepares this. Maybe I should just kick the queen away. Kick the queen away, put my bishop here, be solid, hopefully. Says the guy who's down in material. Take first, take. And then I don't think I want to play that because then, you know, I mean, take, boom, bishop back. or even bishop here, then that's weak. Yeah, I really can't afford to play this. So I'm going to kick the queen away. We'll see where the queen goes. Probably to here, just to maintain maximum pressure on this square. And I could defend it. Or I could, you know, if queen here, I could take, queen takes, rook takes. I feel like my brain is working in like slow motion today. Queen here. Get rid of that knight. I just feel so tied down. Like, I feel like getting queens off the board, even though I'm down material, is just, or offering to get queens off the board, even if I'm down material, is, I mean, my king is weak. White has a lot of pieces attacking. So we see queen takes or bishop takes. Whatever piece takes, I might still end up putting my bishop here, just to act as another defender. And to guard this square better. Also potentially pressuring this pawn. Very low on time. But now, you know, maybe we get a knight in here. Maybe my queen comes out here. Okay. So are we going to, am I going to get 2 rooks for a queen? Because I can't really do this. I could do this. And I'm kind of like pinning my own knight to this pawn. And my queen will be tied down to defending. So, I mean, knight here attacking the queen. The queen maybe just slides over. Yeah, that doesn't seem very good. I'm gonna put my queen here, keeping this piece defended. I probably won't have time to get my rook to this square, so can probably pre-move this capture. And yeah, my king is going to be just way out in the center. White will have a queen and a bishop and be up to, yeah, white will have a queen and a bishop and be up a pawn. I'll have, oh, I guess I am getting time to play this. Although at this stage, I really don't have to defend that. So maybe I could work on improving this knight. But then the knight gets pinned. This is also a move now since this pawn is defended. Okay. Seems like white is just trying to like really work their time advantage now because they are moving more quickly. I don't see the purpose of that move. Just going to work on improving my knight. Now I feel a little bit safer, but the time situation is dog shit. I'm trying to like not mentally give up. Should we attack a pawn? Centralize a knight, attack a pawn. If pushes, takes. Maybe defends. Ooh. If pushes, yeah, there's takes and then I'll be on this pawn. So probably not going to see that move. Okay, makes sense. I really don't know how to improve. I guess this bishop could be improved by disrupting this pawn structure, so I'm going to go for this pawn break. This time situation is freaking hilarious. White has 10 times, more than 10 times the time that I have. Maybe not quite 10 times, actually. I mean, white is definitely trying to work the time advantage. Little does white know that I only play bullets, which is why I'm losing this so badly. Attack a bishop. Yeah, I wanted to go backwards just to attack this pawn, although this pawn can be pushed now, so maybe I should have gone here. Pawn can be pushed with tempo, I should say. So maybe I should have gone here. That way, you know, if white wants to push this pawn, okay, fine. I'm still getting totally just constricted and kicked around and bullied. I am on this pawn though. So that's actually pretty nice. White has to do something about this. If white tries to push, I can take this pawn with check and then move my knight somewhere. If white pushes this pawn, then I can still give a check, or I could just take it and then give a, let's see, push, take, take, take. Okay, now I can win the pawn this way if I want. Or I could just take it here. Yeah, I'm gonna take it here. Win this pawn? Is that something I can do? There's rook here. I would lose this pawn. So maybe I don't want to just like go after that pawn. I'm gonna try to get my knight to here. Oh. Because, yeah, I just didn't like putting this here and then... Oh, I guess I could have done that. Offering a queen trade. Interesting. If I do this... It is nice that this rook is guarded by this knight, because in the event of takes here, I have time to take the queen. If this rook takes, then my knight takes back. I will say, even though this game doesn't feel good per se, it feels good to put up a fight at least. And who knows, maybe white will blunder. I think next I want to put my knight here. It will guard this piece and it will attack both of these pieces. Okay. Still gonna do that. Attack this rook. Not sure where the rook goes. Now, I may want to throw in this move just to prevent this pawn from being advanced. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in because I'm low on time. And now at this point, I always have this move to defend the square if I need it. Like, I'm sure white is thinking about, can he just sack material and go for the kill? I might actually want to play this. And it looks like, yeah, white is trying to run in. So let's... Ooh, take this, attacking this pawn. If queen takes... Oh, I have to go fast. Yeah, I'm going to attack this pawn. And he's going to play his rook here. Or I'm going to take this pawn, he's going to play his rook here, and I'll still be under so much pressure. This is hanging. So I have to get my queen back to here or here. Somewhere where I can defend this, and those are the only two squares that I see. Which one will it be? This one feels a little bit more centralized. Okay. Okay, material has equalized. The time situation is still a huge problem, but material has equalized. I need to get my rook involved somehow or another, I think. And I still, I don't want to push any of these pawns unless I absolutely have to, because, again, it just feels like, if I push this pawn, then this one becomes weak. Same thing with this one. Although maybe my rook still does want to play a defensive role here, guarding this, because, there's potential for, okay. He wants my bishop. I'm going to play here, covering this square so that I can swing this over. If this rook moves, yeah, I mean, I'm dreaming of tactics like this rook moves somewhere, this rook moves somewhere, or this rook and this queen both move somewhere, and then I can, check and pick up that rook. I'm also dreaming of, here, takes, trading the rook and bishop for a queen. Seems like it might be favorable for me. If this rook leaves the back rank, there's a check here to be aware of. If this rook moves, I could move this here and mate. So, I mean, this position is surprisingly workable. Maybe, it's sketchy. 17 seconds to 8 minutes. I should not be winning this in any capacity, but let's just go for it. I'm so low on time, I think I really just need to allow the game to simplify as much as it possibly can. And this may be not the right strategy, actually, because it'll be a rook and some pawns versus a bishop and some extra pawns. And this pawn is passed. Oof. Sketchy. But my king is ready to get into the center, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and pre-move this. And this bishop could maybe post up. Oh, this is a situation where Oh no. Should I offer a draw? Oh no, I can't play that. If I play that, then check and I lose. Bishop here. Oh, this square is so uncovered. No matter what, I'm getting checked here. Is there anything I can do? Okay, new game plan is to queen one of these pawns. What? Oops. GG probably. Yeah. Time pressure. I mean, I shouldn't have traded down into this situation, but let me just... Damn. That would have been the sickest comeback. Would have been the sickest comeback. Yeah, I guess the move I needed to play here was bishop here. But even still, I mean, check. This king moves here. White advances the pawn. I have to take it. Rook comes back, and then it'll be a rook versus my king and like some pawns. Probably still winning for white, definitely, but maybe I could have continued like fighting. I know that like a rook can have troubles sort of reining in a king and some pawns. Let's take a look because I want to find out like what I could have done better in the opening. The opening was just... I feel like I really screwed up in the opening. So go ahead and turn the computer on. And you're probably going to hear my laptop fan crank up. Okay. Oh, should have taken with knight. Okay, that seems obvious looking at it now. Because, yeah, taking with pawn, well, maybe not obvious. Let's see. How does taking with pawn score? D takes e4 scores 45% for white and 51% for black. So, I mean, yeah. Honestly, taking with e4 also scores well. Whoops. Okay. So, yeah, this is okay. Says I should have fianchettoed my bishop earlier. This is still fine. Taking... Yeah. Okay. This is okay. This is okay. Yeah, the computer wants the knight to cover the other knight ASAP. I guess the computer already sees the potential for pressure along the F file. Alright. Alright. Definitely had to play the knight there. And it's not even calling this a blunder, though. Wow. What? Okay. What am I missing here? Knight here. Bishop takes. Oh, my knight covers that square. I'm just tactically blind. I need to do more puzzles. Maybe next video I'll do puzzles. Yeah, this would have been totally fine. I mean, definitely not a position that I'm comfortable playing, but this would have been totally fine. At least I wouldn't have been down material. Instead, I tried to, yeah, cover it, and apparently black is still okay. Like, I'm feeling a lot of pressure here, but yeah, I just totally missed that this knight can move backwards and cover this bishop. Completely missed that, and then, yeah, there's the blunder. Losing that. And now white is just winning. This is also a blunder, apparently, because of this. Well, I don't know. Not sure what the idea is with this being a blunder. It says blunder, knight takes... where am I? Oh yeah, apparently taking with knight would have been better. But why? Knight takes e4. Allowing this? That's just so scary. I mean, the rook comes in. This just is not something that I can't really fault myself for not playing knight takes e4. That just looks too scary. So I opted to kick the queen away. I guess I still got like a really scary position. But miraculously, white is only, even though black is like on the defensive and down material, white is only up like a pawn, a centipawn, maybe even less if I were to let the computer really run, or maybe more, who knows. Missed this queen move, not sure what it does. Okay, yeah, I should have... Oh, I had this earlier. I remember looking at this move later on. I had this earlier. Take, and then... take, king moves, and then, yeah, and then put the knight here. Okay. I guess it's just, like, better to just, like, win the pawn faster instead of allowing more possibilities to unfold. Wanted me to take this pawn. I was worried about this. Oh, haha, my bishop covers that square. But, I mean, there's a similar idea. Queen here. Oh, and my queen covers this. Yeah, I'm just... It's a board vision problem. Like, I'm just not seeing these, you know... I'm not seeing how my pieces are able to actually be defended. And I'm thinking, oh, this is not defended. Because I didn't want to lose this pawn if one of these rooks or the queen came over here, but no, my queen is guarding it. It's chill. It's the same thing, like if I didn't want to move my knight back before, because I thought I would be dropping the bishop here, but it would have been chill. It would have been covered. So how do I get back to the main thing that I was on? Yeah, inaccurate. That was good. Yeah, black is actually like winning again, or it's roughly equal, but still black is very much like with all the time. And if I didn't have so much time problems, then this would be totally fine. I guess, yeah, maybe now pushing the pawns is like totally fine. And it's roughly equal. Oh! Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, now it's equal. And then this move where I was like, oh yeah, I just need to trade everything. I mean, that was a decision made because of the time situation. Going into an endgame with no time while the opponent has all year to think is just not a good idea, I feel like. So I wanted to trade everything down. But yeah, I traded down into a completely losing endgame. I guess I should have just done literally anything else. It looks like there's anything other than trading would have kept me alive for a lot longer. And after that, it's, yeah, okay. No sense in continuing to look at this. A lot of lessons learned. I need to do some tactics. I need to look at, I need to understand situations, you know, I guess creative defense or realizing when my pieces are defended. But anyway, gonna wrap this one up right here. And if you're still watching, thanks for watching. See ya.